Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Will Your Fortune. This is your host, George Season. Tonight we have something wonderful prepared for you, something to do with the number 8. You have heard of the 8 Beatitudes of the Sermon on the Mount, the Eightfold Path of Buddha, the 8 Sakis of Radharani, and now we have the 8 Beatitudes at the top. You may be wondering, why 8? What is the significance of the number 8? 8 is the number of regeneration. And that is the reason why there are 8 Beatitudes too. So, after you have practiced the 8 Beatitudes, you know your life would surely regenerate for the better. Stay with us. Blessed are they who know that the God is within them, and that God you are made in the image and likeness of. Think about it, because when you understand that you are made in the image and likeness of God, what do you imagine? Do you imagine that life could be a struggle? If you were made in the image and likeness of God, which is goodness, how can you even believe you're otherwise when, of course, many people believe they're otherwise and therefore their lives do not reflect the image and likeness of that good, which is God? Many people have asked me, why is it my life is the way it is when you keep telling us that I was made in the image and likeness of God? Well, I said, let's begin with your idea of you are a sinner. If you were made in the image and likeness of God, how can you be a sinner? It would make God a sinner, which he is not. And therefore, it stands to reason that maybe if you were made in the image and likeness of God, you are definitely not a sinner. However, we have all been told that we are sinners. Tayo daw ay makasalanan. And people assimilate this idea and pass it on from one generation to another when Christianity was introduced to us. I do not believe that that is the essence of the Jesus Christ teaching. And please be reminded that the Bible was written 500 years after Jesus Christ moved on to the next dimension. And therefore, a lot of things change in those 500 years. Even the language, the meaning of the language changed. Like, for example, in the 15th century, the word nice meant foolish and not very intelligent. That was the meaning of nice. But today, nice means something wonderful, something pleasant, something surely we would like to be. And how about the word idiot? The word idiot was used before to mean the non-clergy people. You were either a layman or a clergyman. And if you were a layman, you were an idiot. Can you imagine this? So that you will remember in Noli Me Tangere, for example, Filibusterismo, all the Spanish friars would use the word idiota. Right? Meaning to say, you are not very intelligent. To be fair, at that time, it meant only ordinary, meaning uneducated. But today, it is what? The lowest form of intelligence. People who are below sea level in intelligence, the idiot is the lowest level. But then the meaning has changed again. So we have to look at the context. Many people read the Bible and they take it literally and therefore miss the whole meaning of the Jesus Christ teaching. Like when he said, the kingdom of heaven is within. Why should he want us to realize this? He meant that if the kingdom of heaven is within, God is with you wherever you go. So why are you praying to something up there. And many people always pray up there with on bended knees, with heads bowed, believing that they are unworthy. If you were made in the image and likeness of God, but you did not believe this, what would happen? You would not get the effect of being made in the image and likeness of God, or good. What you accept to be true for you will be true for you, regardless of the fact that God is within you. Unfortunately, if you do not recognize this idea, what will happen here? The effect would be as if He were not within you. Although I would rather call God it, so the feminists will not get to us. It being good and being within us, and it being our image and likeness, it surely means that our lives have to be good, because that is what we are reflecting, or our image. And then, you look at your life, you look at everywhere you look, you say, how can this be the image and likeness of good? All right, let me go back a little bit. In science, they call it energy. In religion, they call it God. So, everywhere you look, you will only discover God's energy. Like you are God as you, that particular crystal is God as the crystal, moving at a different speed. Now, if you were made in the image and likeness of that energy, all right, and that energy is good, surely your life has to be good. But then it isn't the way you believe, it isn't the way you desire it to be. So what must we do? We must begin to realize that you deserve all the good in the universe, because your whole beingness is the temple of the living Spirit. God is with you 100%. And if God is with you 100%, you must be God as you. You will notice that in the I am that I am, here, this particular image, right here, is made in the image and likeness of this other I am. That is why the name of the God in the Bible is I am that I am. Please note that this particular be attitude is something you must live with constantly every moment of your life. If starting tomorrow, when you wake up, you understand that God is within you 100% at all times, and that you were made in its image and likeness, your reaction to life will definitely change. Number one, just the idea of removing the belief that you are a sinner will change your lives dramatically. So what are you if you are not a sinner? You are a winner. And we shall be right back, so please stay with us.
Now it's time to fill up your will, your fortune. Write 2 desires, one for you and one for somebody else. For example, thank you, Father, for my slim and healthy body, and so it is. Next, write a desire for someone else. Thank you, Father, for my mother's perfect health, and so it is. To complement your will, your fortune, cut out pictures from magazines and make a collage.